Hi, welcome to my demo of how I make an itty bitty button. This is a black glass rod, and this is an oxygen propane torch. And just so you know, yes, it is very, very hot, and yes, I burn myself all of the time. I'm going to heat the tip of this black glass rod into my flame, and then I'm going to grab a little chip. This is called a Marini or a Millefiori chip, depending on the design that's on it. Usually I'm known for Marini, which is I layer the glass horizontally in the flame to create a cane that when you slice it, you see an image on the cross section. Now this one does not have an image. It's got a bunch of ridges that go all the way around this glass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the edge of those ridges, heat the edge of the chip, and I want to draw all of those lines to the center. Now once I've got them coming closer together, then I can take a poker and poke it in the center, and that's going to draw the lines even closer together. Now if I were to put a piece of glass on top of that little indent where I pushed in would create an air bubble, which is great if that's what you're going for, but I really just wanted to have those lines drawn together to kind of create a beautiful little starburst. I don't know if you can see that because the glass is so hot, but this particular glass has a high silver content to it, so I changed the chemistry of the flame, and I'm going to flash it in that, and it creates an oil slick on top of the glass. You can see that blue sheen that it's got now, and that's kind of an oil slick. All of the glass, the silver that's in the glass colorant has come to the surface now. And the trick with these ones is to be able to encase them without losing that oil slick. Not only does it create an oil slick, but it will also create different colors in the glass and give it a real ethereal, almost cosmos type look. So this is a clear piece of glass. You just saw me pull off some air bubbles that were in there. I like to keep things as clean as possible, you know, so you have a nice, beautiful button when we're finished. I'm going to come in and add that glass on top, and then I am going to melt it off. All right, and I want a nice gather on there because I want a nice domed, beautiful paperweight button when I'm finished. So I'm going to come in here, give it a little shaping, make sure it's a little more even all the way around. Okay, so that is the cabochon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another rod and attach it to the top of the glass, and I am going to melt off a piece of that black glass. So the black glass has been absolutely melted off, and I am going to pull this last little bit off and get it so it's all flat and smooth and even on there. And let's see. Excuse me. All right. So now we're going to do that and We've got it nice and flat, nice and even. And I'm going to round it up a little bit more. And I have my hemostats already prepped with a shank that I hand make all of my shanks. And I heat it up. This is a wire that can use a high temperature flame. And I'm going to put it back in. All right, and now we have almost a completed button. Going to come in here and let's see, there we go. Now, going to just melt off the top, make sure everybody is nice and even. So it's got a nice round shape all the way around without any ridges. And that, my friends, is how I make one of my itty bitty glass buttons.